All right. Let's see. Double check the mic. See if you guys are hearing me. I've been making that mistake lately. No, we're good. We got the mic going. All right. I am Cody with IronVerse Comics, doing another IronVerse Comics update and AMA. How are you folks doing this evening? Let me know in chat. I'm going to go ahead and run the promo video for our currently running crowdfunder, Cactus Coyote. Please give it a look. It's a long shot. We got long odds, but it's a hell of a bet. Gorgeous artwork by an amazing and dedicated team. And if you back Jack, there's no reason you shouldn't have at least an inclination to take a look at Cactus Coyote. Shared universe of a lot. If you folks have been following IronVerse Comics, you'll know that. But we'll get into that later. I'm going to go ahead and play the video, and I'll be right back with you folks afterwards. Thank you for coming. All right. There we go. Um, been running that video at the beginning of most of these updates. Wonderful soundtrack by Cactus Coyote, Dollar Coins himself, and the Jukebots, an in-universe and out-of-universe band. Wonderful DJ kind of electronica sound. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop right down into this. I just gotta you might hear it for a second while I just kind of try and get some things out of the way, so it's a little less intrusive before I switch back to the browser. Let's see. There is some new previews I want to show you folks. So I don't need to go through the whole campaign. Please visit the link. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get that into chat real quick. Be patient with me. Be patient. Oh boy. Boom. Cactus Coyote. Go ahead. Check that out there. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit lower. Boom. Go through here. Of course, we've updated it so you know a little bit more of this first story arc of Cactus Coyote and the difference between the manga story arc and the story arc we are doing with this more traditional Western comic. Q Racer, wonderful pinup done by Troy Torres, creator of Wanpool. Wonderful work. He did 3 pinups for the price of 1 because 2 of the pinups are in the main pinup. I love it. Freaking Russian babushkas, nesting eggs, Russian nesting egg pinups. Just great stuff. Of course, this wonderful art. Come check it out yourself. We've spoken about it. Looks like he went and updated and put on the colored page. This is not the final of the colors, but I'm glad he did go ahead and update it. I was going to preview this later, but this is a surprise to myself even that he had already updated it up here. Steve Cannon's been doing the colors, and this will be a purple pinkish color, and these will be bright yellow lights instead. That will be the difference. But opening page 2, Cactus Coyote, right here, right there. The opening view of Spinaroonie Town, the main hub, the new Deadwood of Cactus Coyote. I'll go on down through these wonderful pages. This is another of Steve's wonderful colored pages. We should have quite a few of these in here pretty soon. I'm hoping that'll help spark more interest. But if not, we're finishing the pages for other uses as well. IronVerse Comics never puts all its eggs in one basket. We're going to go further down, further down. Wonderful new page also came in, I believe, this week. Follows right up after this chilling use of the escape deck on some casino thugs. We get to see Cactus pulling off his objective, why he's really there. Cover A, cover B. You get to choose your flavor. But this is the piece I was originally scrolling down here to show you before I noticed the other ones were there. The new back cover that we'll use on both variants. This is Andrea Buscolo's work. And Steve Cannon's work. And it's probably my favorite Cactus Coyote piece so far. Just absolutely wonderful. I'm really hoping we can spark some more interest, but if we don't, you know what? We're working at it, and it ain't really going anywhere, and we'll take that bet at maybe a better time. But, you know, give it a look, spread the word. Cheap entry fee, $10, get you either variant shipped, so you don't even have to worry about the shipping surprising you like many Go-Go's. It says $25, and it's another $10 shipping. Ugh. No, IronVerse Comics doesn't want that. I know it's we say newsprint, but we are looking forward to doing glossy. If we can hit this goal and exceed it, probably not even by that much, we can upgrade to glossy. It won't be very difficult. And of course, Steve Cannon's colors, I bet, will shine on either paper. It's hard to take away this level of talent, both Andrea's inking and Steve's colors, of course. And yeah, please check out Cactus Coyote. And I'm going to go ahead and check out chat. I noticed Gorgonite was there, and he was warning me about the questions he will have. So I was dodging that a bit. But it's time to wade into that pool. And let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and check chat. Thank you all for being here. Let's see. So, everything hurts. Gorgonite is not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, friend. Really am. I got my ass kicked today at work, if that helps you feel any better. I did. I have a bruise almost the entire length of my thigh from a full balloon basket almost crushing my leg. That was fun. But I'm all right. I'm limping. I'm hobbling. Both legs are kind of fucked in different ways, so I'm walking in a kind of a weird way. But I'm all right. I'm doing okay. I hope you feel better yourself, brother. Yeah, and it looks like Gorgonite's the main one here. Of course, my ever-faithful Famine-issued Shillbot is here to sell things to you folks as you type in chat. Always grateful for that. And Gorgonite, you can hit me with the questions when you feel like it. The only other updates I have are that the issue number 2 of Jack is starting to really hit people again. At least I got another picture. So I've gotten about three confirmations that they've reached people, which is great. Dan Sacro, creator of Adobe Kroger, and back when I first met him, Molly Beans, which I believe has finished for now, but she might come back. And he seemed to be quite happy with the comic. I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll show you that. See that it seemed to have reached him in decent shape. It looks like. You folks can judge for yourselves, I guess. Right here. I'm going to go up here. Of course, there's probably an initial bias, him also being a wicked creator. But, you know, I still believe in our product, so I don't think he's buttering you folks up. I think you are going to want to get a hold of this when it gets public if you didn't already and are patiently awaiting your issue to reach you. But it is really a gorgeous book. The team put so much wonderful talent into it. And again, I'm still waiting to hear the actual harsh reviews of my end of it to see how the pacing and the writing and the dialogue and the characters, all the story bits, how that worked. But the art, no question. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, who argues against the talents of Team IronVerse Comics. The art end, anyway. I do it for Cactus too, and his writing. It's some fun stuff. But yeah, the issue's reaching people. It looks good. It looks great. Hopefully, we'll start seeing it on shelves at some point next year. Would be my hope, but you never know. And yeah, that's the biggie. We're still delivering this. I'm still waiting for more people to get pinups too. We still have 5 surprise pinups alongside the one that we've spoiled by Carl Rowe and S.E. Tonks. I guess I could find that too. Give me a second. You guys don't need to watch me find that shit. You can listen to me find that shit though. In fact, that's kind of my job right now, isn't it? Is to try and attempt to keep you entertained. And I will be doing my best on that. There we go. There's just a quick image of it. Doesn't matter what it's from. Let me switch it on back. Boom. That wonderful pinup has been spoiled. I am so stoked for it. You folks, backers will be getting 11 by 17 of this or one of 6 others. Or one of 5 others, excuse me. One of 5 others. And just wonderful work. Carl put so much personality into his lines, and then SE kind of took it and put that weird vibe, which I need the Horsemen to have, because they're specters, they're thought forms, they're manifestations, they're real, but they're also intangible. And I think his colors really kind of brought that out in this. And really appreciate the work on those pinups, and I really want to show people more of the pinups, but I'm still waiting for them to go out and people open them out of surprise with their issue number 2. I think that's the way to go, but who knows? Who knows? We might switch off of that. But yeah, okay, now I'll go back to chat now. Again, thank you all for being here. Was the Spinaroonie town, is it on a planet at one point? Was the Rock on a planet? I'll fight anybody anywhere. Oh yeah, that's fine. I walk myself into those gleefully at this point. But anyway, was it? So that would be a better question for Dollar Coins. But I don't want to spoil too much. It is a chunk of something that I know, and that I think doesn't give away too much. But yeah, it was a piece of something, and there's a reason it was a piece of something. The plot is quite fun. I'm really quite ecstatic about it. Honestly, it's you folks are gonna want to read it. It's some fun freaking stuff. Just how he built the backstory of Spinaroonie, and how he's gonna push forward the Cactus Coyote storyline. It's all interlinked. It's wonderful work, and even if I'm the only one who gets to read it, that's a shame, but worth it to me, right? I can be spoiled by Team IronVerse comics. I'm just fine with that. But you folks can too. Just go ahead, back Cactus Coyote, and you'll be on the first step to seeing the amazing journey Dollar Coins has in store for you. And I'll be there every freaking step of the way, because it's wonderful work. And IronVerse Comics has a hell of a universe to show you folks. And you just got to keep looking at it, sharing it, and if you can, supporting it monetarily, because that's what gets work done. Yeah, so that's kind of what I can tell you about Spinaroonie Town in terms of what it might have been at one point. Let me go ahead. I can show you a better image of that, folks, that bigger image. I was kind of planning on previewing this as a surprise, but it was on the go-go, so that's easy enough. But yeah, obviously, it was a piece of something. I mean, look at it. The Dregs of the Galaxy, and everybody shows up to Spinaroonie Town. Either to spend ill-gotten gains, make ill-gotten gains, very corrupt version of like the American dream, where anything can happen and you can make something better of yourself. But unless you already started with a silver spoon in your mouth, this place will probably consume you. Unless you're a certain shifty, shady character, in which case you'll somehow keep treading water. Yeah, just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Let me see here in chat. He did quote me, I'll fight anybody anywhere, and I'll probably get my ass kicked. But no, I'd fight anybody anywhere in terms of the disgrace of the art. I don't know. The artists that we work with are incredible. Your eyes need adjusting, and I got a few ideas on how to do it. I don't know. I don't know, man. Ah. All right. So Gorgon's got another good one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, Cosmically speaking, how do the four horrors operate? Like, are they all separate entities? Does each planet have their own? Do they work in a sort of hive mind with the respective sides versions? You almost hit every nail correctly. So they are separate entities. Each one is they're brothers because usually they lead to each other. They're family. They're tied. It's kind of a it's not blood, but it would be it's analogous to. They come from the same root, and yeah, that's a big one. But we're not. That would take forever to get to in terms of the book. So if we get that far, great. If we don't, they can be what they are. But anyway, they manifest in a world when a world has that much of a if a world is starving to death by an evil regime, or a terrible corporation has them under their thumb, or cybernetics have enslaved the populace and shit like that, then they're going to manifest a form of famine, and he's just going to steamroll that as fast as he can. And then if he can get to space before the Anu Confederation locks down the planet, or their equivalent of exterminatus from 40K, then yeah, he joins his brother, his other self, as a kind of a hive mind. It's more subconscious. Like different famines would fight against each other for different things, but at the end goal, they're all part of the same corporation, so they're pushing the same goal. It's just inter-office politics. It's just those inter-office politics involve some very horrible stuff. So that if you get that, and the wars would fight against each other just to better their troops. Plagues, they all have the same goal. Plagues, it's probably different versions of it. Like one would want a perfect life in one form, and one would like another, and they're all just working towards that. And at the end, the goal would be to maybe fuse the thing into the perfect life form, and then Plague would step into that. Um, Death, of course, is an easy one. Death doesn't have much of a goal. His brothers obviously always will lead to him in mass, so he doesn't need to plot scheme. His goal is inevitable. He is death, so he doesn't have to worry too much. But yeah, that's kind of how they do that. Each planet will have their own, and they can look different, manifest different, act slightly differently, but the goals and what they're doing would be about the same. Maybe science takes a different form on a different planet, but that science would still be leading towards the same plague end goal. And do they work as sort of a hive mind? Again, it's subconsciously because they all have the same freaking goal, so they're all working for it. Not the four of them. Each famine manifestation has the same subconscious. Each war has the same subconscious. Each plague has the same subconscious. So that's how that works. It's not a direct consciousness. You could have a really fearful famine. You could have a really brave and bold one. You could have different personalities within it. But it's the same subconscious, same end goal, and a lot of the time the same means to manifest their goals. To manifest more of themselves, to make reality them. It's a selfish thing. It's probably out of fear to manifest and make everything just them. And so inevitably they fight amongst each other as well. That's a big one. Again, Earth happened to manifest a very interesting famine who couldn't figure out humanity and how to take them down quick enough. So he decided to manifest his other brothers and use them, and that kind of backfired. And so they're in kind of a stalemate. And the Anu Confederation didn't exterminatus it because humanity had created Prot, something that could feed their very hungry armies, the Anu Confederation, and something that can keep the galaxy's life, quote-unquote, free life, alive. And so they couldn't really kill the birthers of that. And so they created a reservation, which is basically just a fucking zoo. And that's New Deadwood. I read it right anyway without the correction, Gorgonite. No worries, no worries. Do some versions of the horrors give up, veer away from their inherent purposes and goals? There is a possibility of that. I don't want to get too far. There is there's a very strong possibility of that, but say like it would take a very unique manifestation of something to do that, and there is within Cactus Coyote, folks, there is something like that. It's not exactly that, but it's very similar to that, and it's even previewed in the Cactus Coyote manga, which is free to read on Tapas. Just type in Cactus Coyote and then space TAPAS on into Google, and you will find the free to read manga issue of Cactus Coyote, 40 pages, and you can see if Cactus Coyote is up your alley, and then you can go ahead and back the Western version for $10. You'll get your comic, or you won't get charged. So, or yeah, or you'll get your money back pretty soon. We only got a little over 2 weeks, or a little under 3 weeks. 2 weeks, 6 days, and I would love to rack up those sevens just out of nowhere. The possibility is always there, and we need your help to do it. We've been pushing pretty hard, and it's been harder this year than it was for Jack last year. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but doesn't mean the underdog can't come up ahead. That's very much Cactus Coyote's MO. Let's see, is there anything else I can show you folks that's worth your time? I hope I'm answering your questions accurately. I'm as accurately as I can, of course, but adequately. Adequately is the word I wanted. Adequately. I hope I'm answering them adequately. Adequately. I hope my answers are adequate, sir. Alright, so I think, let's see. I don't have too much else, which means I might be switching to, that's the easiest one. Yeah, I'll be switching to gaming here in a moment, folks. Not too much else to show you. But let's see. Gorgonite says, I think it'd be interesting to see a manifestation of war who got bored with the constant fighting and doesn't care about the perfect war or soldier and just pieced out from that. You never know. That's a very cool concept. And I would say that story would belong in a future Golden Monk arc, because Golden Monk is the one who deals with the concepts of peace more than the other 4 IronVerse heroes. And he also deals with war in particular more than the other 4 IronVerse heroes. So that if that story was to manifest, it would be alongside the Golden Monk. And I really hope we can get there. Our next step after Cactus is Tracker Top Predator. Even if we don't get Cactus funded, then the next step there... Oh, let me fix this. I knew something was up. Oh, it's because one page is bigger than the others. That's fine. It can cover that. A little OCD. I don't... fine. We can cover that. I'll be okay. Our next one is Tracker Top Predator because he's integral to Jack's storyline. His mini hopefully will be funded alongside Jack number 3 and put right in the back of Jack. So you'll get the main Jack / Tracker story history in Jack 3, and then alongside Tracker's current work and what his story is going to be. The mini preview with Jack 3. And he's the next one, the Top Predator, the big hunter, the ultimate. He's a botanist, he's a biologist, he's a chemist, all in search of being the best killer the universe has ever known. And there's quite a few things in his way, with the Horseman probably being the strongest prey he's ever found. So I look forward to that very much. I'm hoping we'll be also working on Cactus Coyote number 2 at that point. It's a damn good possibility. Freaking Dollar Coins just got in the issue 5 of the Q Racer arc, and I have yet to read it, but I'm really excited to. I'll probably do that after this. And you folks, spread the word. I doubt too many get it from here, but if you do, if you stumble upon this somehow, And even if it's too late, come and say hi and show that you want Cactus Coyote. That would be even at that point. Or go ahead and view the manga. It's been viewed freaking about 1,500 times now. It's people are aware of it. I'm not sure they're aware that there's a Western crowdfunder on it. My hopes is that there is, but you never know. You never know, and that's okay. Yeah, it just crossed 1,200 views. Excuse me, just crossed 1,200 views, and Jack is at the free-to-read Jack Iron Steel Cowboy issue as well. You can check it out on the same freaking account. Is at 7,500 views. So Team IronVerse Comics has a demand. It has people who wanna engage with it, and you can be a part of that pretty easily, and for free if you'd like. Just share the manga link if you enjoyed the manga. Get the word out. It means a lot to us. It's how we can keep going. It's how we can keep going. So I guess I'm gonna throw on a game, and we'll do that for a little bit. And then, since I got work tomorrow with busted legs, I'll be fine though. I'm definitely gonna hit the hay earlier than usual, so I could do about 35 minutes of poker night and answer more questions as they come in from whomever. And yeah, thank you again for joining us. Does a lot, to keep the community going and keep the engagement going. It's how you get this stuff done. So let me see. It's not wanting to cooperate all that much. That's bothering me. Game capture, please. Oh, look at that. You can see my browser history. Oh, no. Oh, bum. Alright, there we go. Turn that on. Change it to poker night. Ba-bum. Okay. Get chat on over here, so I can read it easy. Maybe I should probably put it over here because it's weird how it tweaks the screen when I full screen this game. And we'll see if it actually shows up. We're gonna have to do a check 2, huh? We're gonna have to do a check 2. That's all right. That's all right. We can do a check. We can do a round 2. We'll start it again now that everything's set. That'll make a bit of a difference, if I do say so myself. Back when he could reincarnate, did Jack always come back as a man? Oh, looks like I need to fix the screen too. That bugs me. No, he didn't always come back as a man. He experienced many lives as women, mothers, children. I mean, I'll go as far as probably at least one hermaphrodite. Just the odds with the amount of lives he had. It's there. Again, my goal with that whole concept is so that people kind of can put a little bit of themselves into Jack, no matter who they are. And quite literally, if my plans pan out, open it up into a public domain IP. That would be the end goal. But not doing that till he's established. So I welcome fan art. I welcome even fan stories and stuff. But keep in mind, it's not canon. But eventually, my goal would be to open it up to the point where everything could be canon like that. But yeah, in fact, it opens up not just into the past. If I'm being honest, it's a very, very wide. it's a very high concept in terms of what I'm trying to pull off. But that doesn't mean it's gonna work. But you try. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Damn it. You're just not being easy on me, are you? I just don't want the screen to be all off. And it's kind of doing that. Oh, there we go. No, that's... Oh, no, it's kind of... Isn't it? Isn't it off center? No, it's just me being dumb. Okay, but I can't see chat still. Alright. I think this will be the last time I do this. We'll see. I want to be able to see chat. That's all. I want to see chat, and I want to make sure that the screen's not all fudged up for you folks. If you're gonna watch this, should be good. Should be good. This just proves the point that he is the ultimate meme lord. Yeah, again, Gorgonite, another mind blown kind of situation. You totally had that. You had that last time with. And yeah, in terms of the literal definition, yeah, very much so. He's supposed to be that. In a way, I could market it like that, I guess.
For more bounty challenges.
Again, we gotta establish the man. We gotta establish the man.
As always, the tournament
he's got a foot. He's got a foot firmly in the saloon, but he's got to get his ass in there too. Still, Cactus is still fighting to shove into that door right now. A foot, a finger, a nose, a tail. I'm sure Cactus would take anything, and I'm aiming to have that happen. Let's see what I'm supposed to do here. Win a showdown with a flush. Oh, that's just up to the table, so okay. Deploy a table unlockable from the army dial. That's easy. And win a tournament. Okay, I can maybe do that. Do I have any coinage for draw? I do. Boom. Let's get everybody nice and soused. Yeah, I'll call.
Sure, why not?
I will call.
Check.
So, outside of IronVerse Comics, kind of a relatively big week for me. I got my ass kicked at work a couple times. Today was just the latest. But on Thursday, so yesterday, I got to pick up my little puppy Alita. And so her and I have been bonding and gelling, and it's been really good for me. I've been really stoked. Yeah, sure, I'll check. Oh, nice.
I'll bet.
Oh, he's happy about that, huh?
Not this time.
So that's been cool. I've been really I don't know. It's definitely brightened my spirits. I've been having a hard time, and he's been easing that. Very happy to have my little assistant here, Alita. She's passed out on the couch next to me right now. Let's see. Not so soon. That's what I was saying, Gorgonite. Not so soon. It all has to be established. And there's at least, for me, to be firmly the IronVerse established. And in particular, it's Jack. The rest of it is up to other creators as well. The other teammates, each part of that. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just Jack. But, so that you can go into his past and possibly into alternate realities is what I meant by being wider. But the IronVerse is not going public domain. Jack, that's my goal. It's been my goal from the beginning, so that anybody can tell a Jack Iron story. Because fuck the 96 years it takes to get your hands on something you love and that you could maybe do better than the people who actually have their fucking hands on.
Don't remind me.
Bugs the hell out of me. So Jack's part of that too. But again, that would be about 5 arcs per each IronVerse title down the line.
Enigmatic and glowy.
And man, that's what, a decade? A decade out, maybe. So who knows what the world's going to look like at that point,
on
too.
election
So
day, this horde of deadites showed up
the
at my
goal's
polling
there,
place.
but
And by the time I was finished with all the
yeah.
horde repelling, the polls were closed.
Yeah, exactly, Gordon. That's what I
Well, that
meant.
doesn't
No,
seem
you don't have to
fair.
wait 96 years to get a hold of Jack.
It's probably just as well.
And
I was
if
gonna
that
flip
went
a coin
well,
anyway.
then maybe I could convince other creators within IronVerse Comics to also be okay with our other IPs doing that. But Jack's really the main one that has that potential. Golden Monk could be difficult. All of them, all the others would be difficult. Silverado actually could do it. You would just have to do alternate Silverados. She is War's sword, so yeah. So there's something there you could do. Tracker, he doesn't have the past lives, but he has the immortality. So I guess you could his you could do
Check
too,
the
but you'd
mind,
have
will
to
ya?
keep it relatively within
Walk into the light.
relatively in canon, and you could do it right. Because his whole shtick, how I'm writing him so far, it's not much of a story as much as a hunt. Each issue's a hunt, and he gets whatever he needs from that hunt, and then as you progress through reading the issues, you see he's working on something, and that's the
Chuck
story.
Finley do?
So if you continue that theme, Tracker could maybe do it.
Well, that's one itch I should have scratched.
And Cactus is much more of a story. I know Dollar Coins actually has an end and a
Trying
plot
to read
to
my
it.
face
We
for
have an
tells,
end
huh?
to Jack as
Good luck
well.
with that.
In all
I've
honesty,
taken so many blows to
But,
the head that the muscles in my face twitch for no damn reason at all. See?
I'm out. Again, who knows? It's arcs down the line, but it's not 96 years down the line. At that point, if comics are still alive, IronVerse did something very right. So I'm hoping we can get there a little bit faster.
Am I
Than
really
that.
that scary?
Decade, 2 decades. That I could live with that. During my lifetime, that's what I want. If I have kids, they're on their own. No, they gotta compete with everybody else with the IP. That's all. If it becomes beloved enough, it belongs to everybody. It's kind of my main bit with culture as well. That's kind of been lost. Is so many people are afraid of losing it that they no longer wish to share it, which is
Not since I discovered
bullshit.
girls.
Because
Well,
it can
I
change
might
lives.
know a
It can
few
make people
things.
better,
Why?
and it can
Well, there was
it can
an
save
incident
lives.
at the venture
You know,
compound
yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, well.
Dean's shoebox
Oh, well.
of
That's not what we're trying to do over here. And again, Jack, maybe in a little while. But again,
All in.
gotta luck out.
Big mistake.
Oh, he thinks he has the flush, huh?
Nope.
Or not the flush, the straight. If I have kids, they're on their own. Yeah, in a way. It's not the abandonment kind of issue, but in terms of like the IP and stuff, you know, I'm not.
I'm out.
That's their own path to carve, hopefully. He's got an ace. Drop the 6. Drop the 6. Drop the 6. Drop the 6. I need a 6. That's not a 6.
Who's your daddy?
Oh well, I
The
tried.
player has
I tried.
King
A
High,
little one.
and Ash
Yeah.
has a pair of 4s. Ash wins the hand.
But yeah, broke Jack Mountain. That's fine. I don't care about porn parodies. I just, that's not whatever. Whatever floats your boats, folks.
Anyhow, like
Again,
I was saying,
Jack.
I figure I got about 3 or 4 days to
If you really want a character that connects with everybody, you got to realize the true extent of that. And
What
there's
kind of cards are we talking about here?
there's quite an
Baseball?
extent
Wacky packages?
to
Aces of
that
Earth?
statement, and
Well, according to
I
Dean's
do my best to
database,
understand
it's a full
it
set of alien invasion cards.
because it is something I really
Well,
believe,
that's gonna be
something I want to
difficult.
see happen.
Why?
Alien invasion cards.
Broke Jack
published in
Mountain.
1964, were a series of 200.
You know what? If it's done
collectible
right,
cards
I mean,
depicted
I've seen Broke Jack Mountain a few times. It's
Usually
a
their lurid tableaus and violent imagery
at the
that were
time
quickly
it was
yanked
really
off the
fighting
market.
for
As of 2012, only a few hundred
relevance
intact
is what it
sets
kind of
are
felt
survived.
like. It was brave and
Oh,
for whatever.
man, I had a few alien
the story
invasion
was
cards
decent
when I was a
enough.
kid.
and
Practically
it was
had
a
to trade
love
away my
story,
bike
and I
to
like
get 'em.
those. And
So you're
deal with
saying
it.
I'm screwed.
Probably, but I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Wait.
And
you said
Jack is,
255
or would be,
cards, right?
pansexual if he
Yes.
wasn't asexual
I
from
can swear
the
Dean's database listed
PTSD
256
of multiple
It's probably a
lives.
typo.
But
Have you seen the way teenagers type
again,
these days?
cards. Yeah.
somebody can write him out of that. Go for it.
All in.
Whoa, Chip City, man.
Whew, I'm out of that. I'm probably gonna lose this with this one. I don't have any leverage
Yay,
anymore.
I say unto me,
Family
they
estates
that
and their trademarking loopholes. This is
shall
organized
rid the
emissary.
mother-loving world.
Annoy the shit out of me,
think
but I
one of
understand
you
why
is
they do it.
taking
Public
the
domain can be a
census.
wonderful thing,
More so than
but
usual
it also
for
opens the floodgate to waves of shit. I'm okay with waves
I'm
of
not
shit.
so sure I'm properly configured
Perfectly
for group
fine.
action right now.
It's no
No
different
offense,
than what
babe.
we're getting
I'd probably
when,
be more
when
if I
the
paid
IP is
slightest
controlled these
attention to
days.
anything you
Really,
said.
unless it's a new IP with the
I'm going
original
all in.
creator, it's very
Big
hard to
mistake,
find something
Junior.
that's being respected, being progressed, and not being destroyed. And so, that's going to be a part of it too. And I'm okay with
Son of
that
a
too.
bitch.
Personally, the more content, even the name Jack. Jack is one of the biggest, widest known folk hero names of, Western culture. And not Western as in American West, Western as in European descended culture, and that's okay. You know, that's another big part of it.
Mr. Trap has a pair of 5s.
Shit, I should've
Brock
stayed in.
has a pair of 6s. Sam has a pair of 10s.
Should have stayed in.
On the
Too
side
bad.
pot, Sam wins.
But
the
yeah,
hand.
I get you, Gordon.
On the
I
main
get you.
pot,
No,
Sam
100% on
wins.
that, and I
The
would
next time
embrace
you play,
that
you might
come
wanna have
that
better
time,
cards.
because at that point, that's why I would want to establish it. If they want to ruin it
Roxanne has
afterwards,
been
that's
eliminated from the
probably what
game.
would happen anyway. So might as well
Rusty
give
worked out the kinks in
everybody
this thing.
a chance to do something really cool and
That's nice.
connect with it. You know, even if it's something shitty for themselves or whatever, or you know, something just to write. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. At that point, right now, though,
Nah.
when he's trying to get his footing, it's a big
Normally,
deal.
I wouldn't raise,
And,
but you're giving off a high-pitched, panicky vibe that only dogs can hear.
I would not. I would not do that now, even though I doubt the interest would be there to even
Hey,
even
I
attempt
thought we
it.
were friends.
So
It's playing computer poker
don't
by
worry
itself,
about it,
Sam. It
you know?
doesn't have friends.
no reason to worry about
Whose
it.
bright idea was it
Let's
to give me one of
see.
those stupid fuzzy logic circuits?
I'm gonna go ahead and promo this to see if I can get the other 20 minutes, make it worth it for folks.
You know my favorite drink?
That would be
14th
cool.
century mulled wine. Had a bottle of it when I was marooned in the past. It was like booze of the freaking gods. Can't find anything like it today.
That's likely because 14th century mulled
And,
wine
yeah.
undoubtedly contained a light
Hey, thank
dusting
you all
of
for showing. If you listen to
mouth-droppings.
this, whatever.
It wasn't a particularly
Hopefully,
hygienic
you'll have
century.
questions next time. If you
Yeah,
want to show
well,
up next time,
maybe we'd
or,
all be a bit
post them down in
better
the
off if
comments
we
below
drank a
after
little
this
more mouse
posts,
poop.
and I'll answer them. Any kind of engagement, folks. Again, keeps us going, keeps us growing steam, and then that's that needs to happen if you want to see more of our work. And a
Hey,
pair of
Bobby
sevens ace
Fisher!
high.
It's a poker hand, not the freaking Da Vinci Code.
I have $400 left, Claptrap. Give me a
I'm
break.
all in.
That's all I
Oh,
got.
fuzz nuggets.
That's all I got. All right.
Fold.
Looks like O'Clappy's just bought himself
Don't
a
want
big
their
old
legacy
sack of
sullied. Depends on the sullying. Again, I don't really care. If a mega corporation like Disney or something started putting it out, I get it. But I would hope the impression we made originally is what sticks with people. 100 years from now, that probably wouldn't be true.
Mr.
But,
Funny Chips has a pair of 5s.
you know,
the player has
Bob
a
Kane's
pair
name's
of
still on
7s.
Batman, and it's
The
nothing
player
like the
wins
original
the hand.
Batman. And even he
The
allegedly
blinds
took
are now
and
600
stole that,
and 1200.
or at least wasn't as big of a part of it as he claims to be. Now I know there's something like that with Superman as well, and it's fishy. Business is rough, but my goal is to create magic, not business. If I can create a business out of magic, hell yeah, but main goal is just to connect with people and
I call.
hopefully give them something they enjoy. Did I win? I'm still in it, and I got more money. I guess I won. I'm not paying attention to this poker game
Interesting.
at all.
No,
but I
wait,
get it. Don't
what's
want the
the opposite of
legacy.
that?
The past
three.
and the future don't matter. It's always the
Almost.
fucking present that matters. And
You're killing me here, GLaDOS.
I don't know
If I
about
were
sullied.
actually
I don't know what you
killing
could
him,
do with Jack.
would be
In
a
my
lot more
opinion, that would
screaming
sully anything.
and iron.
You can do some horrible things with him, and it's
I
you know,
call.
if we had established his main storyline, if we had established the IronVerse, if we established what it is, then, whatever you do that's too
Jack.
far from that won't be Jack. And fans, people who enjoy what we did, will recognize that. That won't change, unless it's buried and blah, blah, blah. But then, it would be the goal of that family to make sure that the flags are held up high and that they're doing it still themselves to the best they can.
On the one hand,
under
you're
that
probably
legacy. But
trying to
again,
string me along.
that's
On
not
the
what
other
happens.
hand, that bet's so small that I just don't give a
So,
hoot. Call.
Again, fill it out. It's a lot of time. I'm gonna bluff these fuckers and probably lose.
Impressive.
Great day in the morning. Nope.
Ha ha!
The player takes the pot.
I'm crawling back. Back to power! No, I get you. Both is what I'm saying. The families of the creators need to Families of the creators need to keep creating if that's a legacy they respect. Then it's their goal to keep it alive,
Skippy.
not keep the corpse on
It's
display.
way earnte.
Corporations, of course, they will keep the corpse on display and they'll fucking tie strings to it and they'll dance it around. They'll put makeup on it,
Is that a
and
big bet?
you'll still smell
I
it.
kind of lost track.
Still be a rotting corpse.
Looks like you
Not enough
backed poor old
formaldehyde in
Claptrap
the
into a
world to
corner.
hide that rot.
Call.
But in terms of the family, that's what the goal would be. You don't wallow in the past, and you don't force a fearful future. You don't be afraid of a fearful future. You create in the present.
Yeah, I'll bet.
That's how you would honor a legacy. And
Well, this was a
I
big
can't
mistake.
think of a single
Not one of the we'll all laugh about
comic
later
that's
kinds either.
upheld like that. So obviously that's not what tends to happen. But it's a possibility. The possibility's not going anywhere. Yeah, you'll still smell it. Not enough formaldehyde again, dude. The rot, you can fucking smell it. That doesn't help him. Drop another queen and really just stick it to Claptrap. That wasn't another queen. But I'll take
The
it.
little robot has 2 pair, and our silent friend has
2 pair.
The player wins with the higher pairs.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Claptrap
But
has
yeah,
been
if
eliminated.
the family, if the
out.
legacy wanted to,
Really?
if that's what they want
I
to
was
do
just
with
getting
it,
started.
Trust me, you
but you don't want
won't.
to force that on them either. And if it's a preservation, then the preservation just make sure that the books are still in print. That's all you got to do. Make sure the
What are you
awareness is still
staring at,
there,
Clifford?
and then you're still doing
The
your
hand.
job.
That's one of those spiffy Danish
But
jobs,
that's,
isn't it?
again,
A
that's
Flongvar?
not what happens. Not what
Buddy,
happens.
I'll have you know
No.
that this beauty was built by Lord
You
Arthur's
never
personal
know. You
blacksmith
never
back
know
in the
the future.
14th century.
And,
You know, most people would find that
IP
story
laws
ludicrous,
are
but that's not
draconian
even
at
the
the
silliest
moment
thing
in
I've heard
terms
since
of the
lunch.
length of time.
Wait till I tell you about
So
the
mega
mini
corporations
ashes.
can stay in power. So there's no benefit
11% of all poker moves
on my
are
end
checks.
to that. I would open
It's
up
not
to
an
don't,
interesting
I
statistic.
would
Neither
do that
was
if
your
I
check.
get the chance to and have established
It's a lot easier
done what I
deciding
wanted
which
with Jack.
Deadite to
That's
shoot.
all.
I'll bet.
That's the hope. But oh god, I'm out of that
I
one.
fold.
This is a shit hand.
Don't feel
Um,
bad.
But
If I had
yeah,
your
that's
brain, I'd fold too.
that's where I stand on that. And that's where I've kind of been with Jack
Ash grabs the pot.
since I
Ash grabs
conceptualized
the
him. In all
pot.
honesty, because I kept seeing all these things I love that aren't being treated too well, and maybe I could have done better with them.
Always.
But I certainly know there's somebody out there who's not working on them that can, and they can't. And that's a problem.
Huh.
That's a loss of
I
magic
call.
in the world. That's a loss of a connection. It's a loss of a powerful story that can change lives and improve people. Or even just give them a moment of relief. That's what I meant by improve. Just improve their lives, just for a minute, for a second, for a day. Whatever it takes.
I'll bet.
But yeah, it's not a thing anymore.
All in.
Not for a while, and I'm sure it'll
Ah,
just get
hell.
worse. I don't think IP laws are actually going to reverse like a lot of people would like. I really think they're
Ooh,
going to push it to
gutsy.
150 and then 200 years, and then by that fucking point,
Fool and his money
if
are
we haven't
soon
blown
parted.
ourselves up,
Fool me twice. Well,
we'll be
Won't
under the
get fooled
thumb
again.
of Famine Inc.
Sam takes the pot.
style mega corporation, who's
That was
giving us
easy.
all our food, giving us all our jobs,
Too
giving us all
easy.
our entertainment, and none of this will matter. So, do my part while I can, because I'm not going to be here that long. Thank fucking God.
how do you get through all your crazy adventures without any shoes?
Same way
Not
you
a
get
fan
through
of
yours without a
transhumanism.
hat.
I do not want to go into a
But I don't
computer.
need
I
a
do
hat.
not need a fucking chip in my
Exactly.
brain. I'm just fine
That's not
living
really
with
an
the
answer.
body I got.
Isn't it?
Thank you very
no,
much, sir.
it's not.
And that's why I don't wear shoes.
Oh, nice, Gorgonite.
And also because shoes make him look
I
like
think
a
that'll
big
be a
round
trend
clown.
with new creators because they have the same feeling I do about that. That it's just it's a
fold.
loss. But they still want to have their baby before they let it out into the world, and they want to take care of it and raise it and make sure it's set where it needs to be before they open it up to the world. And see if I can bluff.
Impressive.
Oh, fuzz nuggets.
And
done
I
it,
respect
that's
that
awesome.
because I agree with it.
All in, baby.
Oh well, he might have that 10. I hope he doesn't have that 10. He had that 10. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I got a 1% chance. Gotta drop 2 aces. Gotta drop 2 aces. That wasn't even a single ace.
That's the stuff.
That wasn't even a single ace. That's okay. That's okay. I got a little bit more money to play with.
Cool.
The
But
player has a pair of 10s.
I'm basically
and Mr.
out of this
Williams
game.
has 3 of a kind. Ash
But then again,
wins.
I've made glorious comebacks before on this.
Boom.
And it's almost an hour in anyway, so I was going to stop it around then so I can get enough
The
sleep.
blinds have been increased to
But
800
we'll see. Maybe I
and
can
1600.
bring a glorious comeback. And we'll go longer. I'm going to finish this game. This game's going to be the finish of this IronVerse Comics
Call.
update and AMA. And as always, anybody who sees this later,
I'll call.
anybody watching now, Gorgonite, thank you all for engaging, for checking it out, and supporting IronVerse Comics in this small but very important way.
Way to go out on a limb there, Captain Courageous.
That's all my.
Yeah,
I thought that
I'm
was
in.
all my money.
I want to see what happens when these cards get together with their royal buddies.
Oh boy. So I'm gonna bluff as if I have that 7
Check.
because I only have $500 left anyway.
I'll raise.
Okay, you guys tear at
I
each other.
fold.
No? Okay. You didn't have the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what? Don't drop a 5. Drop a 6. That would be so cool. I would be happy with that. Huh.
Ha!
Yeah, we split the pot.
The player
Okay.
has 2 pair, and Ash has 2 pair. We have a tie, and the pot is split.
The pot is a split. 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6.
Hey, Sam. You're technically a cop, right?
He's a
I'm out of this
maniac.
one.
Yeah, we're cops.
Mr. Williams takes the blinds.
Another pot for me? You
I have to ask,
shouldn't have.
you're a transhumanist, huh? Extremely subtle, not at all. I just told you. I just
Isn't
told
it kind
you.
of your job to shut down illegal
I
gambling
believe
joints?
containing
Well, the
the
inventory's a
spirit
little out of our
in
jurisdiction.
mechanics
You know the old
is
saying.
not
Whatever
man's
happens in the omnidimensional
greatest feat,
accretion
and in
nexus
fact will probably be our
stays in the
greatest folly and the
omnidimensional
path to
accretion
true
nexus.
enslavement. But you know, I could be wrong.
I'm in.
It could be the true freedom, but
Chikorama.
certainly our subconscious through art has shown the fear of it again and again and again, and the lessons
Think,
that can be
think,
learned from
think.
it. And
Yeah, I'll bet.
personally, I don't want it. You know, if it's a choice, you know, fine. But if it's being forced into people, I'm a libertarian. You're putting a gun to somebody's head to do
All
something,
in.
taxes, go to school, you know, any of that shit, then yeah, there's something fucked with your system. If people won't do it
Yow,
willingly,
Tough call.
then
Now
yeah,
that's what
really
I call
fucked.
a pot.
And
Looks like
again,
I'm
you
all
want to do
in.
it? Perfectly fine. My brains are going on the floor by my own hands before that is forced upon me if I can help it. No
Yes.
thanks. I'm not being bound to that. But again, you know, each their own. Many paths in life, many lessons to be learned, and that's one of them I don't want to learn.
The player has
And
a pair
on
of
that,
eights.
I lose
Ashley
this
has
game.
a pair of 9s. Sam has a pair of 9s. On the side pot,
No,
we
we're
have
going
a
to lose
tie,
human
and
nature.
the pot is
Or it's going to be
split.
one very
on the
specific
main
piece
pot,
of human
we have a
nature that gets
tie,
pushed
and
so
the
far
pot
to the
is
forward
split.
that that becomes our existence.
The player
Hence the
has
thought
busted out
manifestations of
and knocks
famine,
leave the
war,
table before
plague,
everyone
and death.
starts laughing.
Out of the 4, I would take death.
I'll miss you.
Again and
At
again
least
and
I
again.
think I will.
And,
I won't know until you actually leave.
That's
So
the
go.
thing.
Now,
But you know, again, I'm not afraid of death. I welcome it. I welcome new lessons. I welcome the new journey. And if there's nothing, that in itself is also a new lesson and journey. Just one that is eternal silence, and that's okay. I have no fear of that.
Keeping your seat warm while you
And there's
peel
nothing
away
wrong with
the buy-in,
embracing
please.
transhumanism, not out of fear of death, which is the one I believe is the number one reason people embrace that concept, but out of wanting that new journey, that new experience, and new existence.
At this time.
That's not the way I want to experience something that profound. It is quite literally unnatural. And again, my stance on the life force doesn't really like being caged. The body in itself is a cage, but it's a one that allows transition in and out much easier than I would believe mechanics would, and you don't have to have an overseer in the same way you would probably have to in a Borg-like fucking collective. But again, I have no idea. I'm just not for it. I just know it's not for me. It's not my adventures in this at this time, doing what I can with what I have. I don't need to be more. I'm just fine with what I am. But nothing wrong with wanting to be more. That's another lesson, and a valuable one at that. And that path is one of the paths there. Anywho, with that discussion or rant, or I hope it doesn't come off as a lecture on transhumanism, I think I'm going to get on out of here. Not too much else to say, so I think I'll leave you with some background noise. Courtesy of Laguna Munta. This is Showdown at Cody's Remastered. I'm going to post the link to the Indiegogo for Cactus Coyote in chat one more time while this is running. If there's a last minute question, I can get to that after Showdown at Cody's finishes. And thank you all for being here, joining me on this rusty IronVerse trail. You say that's inevitable, but the escape through transhumanism is trying to escape death. That's the first thing, is that you can be rebuilt again and again, move through different bodies forever, inevitably. My hope would be that I guess it would be the crumbling of the universe, the big crunch. That would be death for that, but that's so far out. I don't want to live that long. No, thank you. It's my same reason I don't quite embrace a Christian heaven. Eternal bugs the hell out of me, and that's why I write an eternal character. I write a few eternal characters actually, is because eternity bugs the hell out of me. But again, with that, and it's a good discussion. It's a very heavy, very powerful subject. I'm glad you did bring it up. I hope I'm not being preachy or dismissive or anything. It's just my personal thoughts on it. It's not something I find to be a good, but that doesn't mean it isn't. It's just for my path, for what I walk. It's spooky as shit, because the only way that I would be comfortable with it is something very fucked up had happened to me to make me feel that way, to force me into that. And so that's something I don't like. Be putting a gun to my head. And I'd rather do it to myself and then get out of your way so you can go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want with that. Just don't bring me along with you. Anyway, Showdown at Cody's, Laguna Munta. Love y'all. Sorry for the heavy diatribe, but it's a subject I've thought quite a lot on. And again, I appreciate it, and I hope maybe it was interesting. I'll be back with you folks just after this is over, I think, and then I'll do the final sign off. Thank you so much. Be back in about 4 minutes. Any last minute questions, place them in there. Any last minute hellos, place them in there. I'd appreciate that. And finding this later, put comment down below, and I'll answer and engage with the comments. I love comment sections. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's hard out there. It's very hard. I use the two hardest to market on platforms to market our books, and that's also an issue. But they're the ones I slightly understand. YouTube much less. So and you know what? I don't understand the other one either. But I muddle through. That's what we do. Again, thank you all, and showdown at Cody's. All right, folks. That ending bell and that guitar just sliding on into the distance. I'm going to go ahead and ride on off into the rusty IronVerse trail. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for engaging. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys probably sooner than next week. We're doing creator interviews again. I've got one I want to schedule here soon, and we'll see how soon I can do it. And yeah, just look forward. Make sure to like, subscribe. You'll see all our content. Do gaming videos. I do this update every Friday. I do non-creator interviews so far. I'm probably gonna get to comic reviews. It'll probably be a manga review to begin with. I've been burning through Battle Angel Alita, and a lot to say on that. Really good, really fucking heavy and has to do a lot with the subject we touched on tonight. And anyway, they connected or not? Yeah, we just reconnected. Not sure how much of that got through. It had to disconnect right there. But again, thank you, folks. I'll see you on down the road. And you go ahead and enjoy yourselves out there. It's tough out there. See ya later.